My project, which I'm titling it as, is Happy versus Healthy. And my goal in this project was to show people the effectiveness and large benefits of a quality diet supplemented with working out. I think many people throw whatever they want into their body without like giving little thought to like what it actually does to them or how it slows them down if they're like trying to reach their goals, if they're trying to like lose weight, or if they're trying to build muscle, like they're just throwing things in that are just actually holding them back. And I want people like just to like raise awareness that like what you do in the kitchen matters just as much as you do like in the gym. So that was my goal. And basically, so Stratton and I were brainstorming one day on what I could do for my senior project. And we were just talking about things, and I was stuck, and he's like, "What's your passion?" And I said, "That's easy. I love working out. I love fitness." And so then he's like, "Why don't you do something with that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I've never thought of that. That's actually pretty cool." So then he's like, "You ever heard of Super Size Me?" It's scary. So I mean, he suggested that I do something with that. So basically what I did is I split my senior project up into 2 weeks. My first week I ate nothing but fast food 3 times a day.
Oh.
And during the second week, which was my favorite, I ate healthy and I followed a diet regimen which is known as cutting. So I was basically trying to cut down on the weight gained in the first week. So yeah, that was my task at hand, and I took measurements and observations of body fat, muscle mass, bone mass, total body water, and blood pressure throughout the 2 weeks, and also qualitative measurements of basically how I felt, so stuff like that, how I felt mentally and physically. And so following that first week, I was going to make a drastic change in my diet. I changed basically nothing but the diet, and I was eating strictly clean food. And then I compared these observations. So typically this is what my vlogs look like throughout the week. And as you see on this side, down here is the posts of the bad food, the orange flavored for fast food, and the green was more healthy food. And so yeah, this is basically what my first week looked like. It was awful, but I got through it. So, and my measurements, I actually got very good measurements to support what I wanted to give out to people. And so basically the first number would be my baseline measurement, which would be the first numbers, and then the second numbers here is the increase from the fast food. So as you can see, I gained about 8 pounds in like 2 weeks. So I take the first measurement was probably a week before I did the other food, and then it jumped up 8 pounds, and blood pressure jumped up 130 from 118 over 76 to 130 over 84. Body fat increased a lot, and yeah, as you can see here. So for my scale, I had a scale that measured, it would measure my weight, measure my body fat, total body water, muscle mass percentage, and bone mass. So that was actually done by what's called BIA, which is bioelectrical analysis. And it takes measurements by shooting low-level electric signals through your feet, and it measures the resistance, and it comes out through the numbers here. And that was actually really cool. I found it online with Mr. Roberson. He helped me with that. And basically, the body fat percentage is it's a vital measurement of your overall health fitness. So that number, whether it's like really high or really low, it tells you basically like how you're doing like with your overall health. And so yeah, and the total body water is how much amount of fluid is in the person's body as a percentage, expressed as a percentage over their total body weight. So yeah, and basically what I'm going to show next on this slide is just imagine me at like the beach or at a pool. So I mean, Yeah, I mean, I did not expect myself to gain I don't know how to say, a belly, but I did, and I actually was very impressed about my results that I got during the second week, and I cut down on a lot of body fat, as you can see on the previous slide. My diet was effective. I ate, on my blogs, I showed like most of the food I was eating. I was eating nothing but like lean meats, and I was trying to get a caloric deficit, which is basically you eat less calories than you burn in a day. So that's probably the most vital thing in losing weight is you eat less like calories than you're burning. So keeping track throughout the day, I had like a paper that I was tracking all my individual foods. I was making sure that I wasn't going over the amount that I need for in a day. So that was a lot of work, and it was actually effective, and so I was very proud with the measurements I got. And the things I've learned and attained through this was a heightened amount of appreciation for the path that I've chosen to follow. So actually a big inspiration is my brother right here. He's basically the reason why I followed this up is like kind of like fitness and health and nutrition. So I just gained an appreciation for what I do, seeing that like what bad foods do to you. So I've also gained appreciation for professional athletes who follow a bodybuilding lifestyle, like those people who just go on like 16-week cuts or like 12-week cuts, and just seeing like the amount of willpower it takes to actually like say no to that cookie or donut it takes a lot. So yeah, actually National Donut Day was during my cut, and I didn't get to have one, which I am very sad to this day. And yeah, so I now watch very carefully what I put in my body, and I have a stronger motivation to help others with their fitness goals, and now I can use my knowledge on what I have learned to help others achieve their goals. And a little fun fact that I found while I was doing research is, according to the results from a new survey, more than 1,000 Americans, almost half of the Americans that were took the survey thought that it's harder to eat right than do our taxes. I mean, I think that says a lot about Americans, and like if it's easier to just like go and pick up In-N-Out and like rather than actually putting thought into like what they're putting on their plate, I think that people should just like put the time in to really just like make sure what they're putting into their body. And I actually think that was something that I thought of how it related to Pacifica, is we talk so much about our virtues and vices that I thought that this kind of tied to like sloth, where people, they just like, it's easy and convenient, I'll just go get another like McDonald's meal. And I think that people should just put the time and effort into taking care of their bodies, because you only get one. So yeah, and I also felt that here at Pacifica, I've been challenged like philosophically, like, and just it's challenged my whole entire character. And I think that I wanted my senior project to be a challenge, and I think that's definitely what I got. So I'm very proud of what I got back as my results. That's it.
Did you exercise while you were on your McDonald's?
Yeah.
And how did you feel from your exercise?
Okay, so like the first day, I was driving to the gym, and I was like, I'm starting to feel really sick. I'm like, this is not good. This is a feeling I'm supposed to get after the gym. And I think that like all those things that I got during the week are definitely attributed to the food I was eating. I was so I have asthma, and my asthma was heavily affected during the first week. Like at night, I was finding it hard to like breathe. I had to get my like inhaler and use it. And I hardly ever use that, so that was like a clear signal that it was like the food I was eating was actually like really affecting me. Yeah, so just like very noticeable things. I was lethargic. I was like my motivation was like very bad. I was like wasn't aware, like mentally I wasn't like all there, and it was just like my parents were even like, you don't seem like yourself. You just seem like really like low level. I'm like, yeah, just wait till next week. I'll be a little like something else kind of thing. So yeah, during the second week, I definitely felt a lot better, and like throughout like the first 2 days is when I felt like still a little bit off, but then like as I started eating more healthy and healthy, like it got out of my system, and then I was feeling like fine again. So that was great.
You talked about what you did, the caloric deficit
Yeah.
in the second week. So how do you do that? How do you maintain that and have enough energy to work out?
Yeah. So you basically you just gotta like there's easy things that could like you could go online and calculate like how many calories or
Sure.
like carbs, proteins you need in a day, and they're like your carb sources, like you don't want to keep it too high, but that's still gonna be your main like source of energy.
Okay.
And yeah, like I still had plenty of energy to like go and like knock out a workout, but yeah, like I felt great and it was clean, so that's it.
Okay. Thank you.
So it sounds like you weren't able to take off all the weight that you gained, even though you changed your diet for a week. So
Yeah,
you still had
I think
this.
during that second week, I think my body translated like the fat I was burning and was adding muscle onto that. My muscle mass stayed the same, so I think that I just my body replaced that with muscle because I was still working out during that week.
Like those fluctuations were really a lot.
Yeah.
So on your first week of the junk food while you were lifting, did you feel really weak?
Yeah, I did. I definitely was more full, and like my body, I could see like I was more like it filled out. But during the second week or the first week, I was really like struggling to like push weight in the gym. So like I had to take it easy. I couldn't like push myself like I did in like the second week.
Did you eat the same McDonald's for was it 7 days you said, or 5 days?
It was 6 days.
6 days?
So
Was it the same McDonald's every single day, 3 meals a day?
I spiced it up a little. I threw in Carl's Jr., Taco Bell.
Because you didn't earn clout at one place then. They didn't
No,
say, oh, Nick,
but-
you're back!
I got worried. I was worried that they were gonna like say like, hey, we saw you for breakfast and lunch. Like, is everything okay? Like, but yeah.
So
So
you mixed it up.
see, I mixed it up a little, but mainly I was going to McDonald's.
And you were, it was just more like fast food, but it wasn't sugar. You didn't do sugar?
Sugar too.
Either way.
Yeah,
It was
it was
sugar.
a lunch.
Okay.
Like,
It was lunch.
Yeah, I tried to. So I got like a lot of shakes and stuff.
Okay.
My parents gave me like a limit of $100. So the shakes were off my money.
Can you write us a cookbook for those of us that would like healthier?
Yeah. Did you cook all your own meals?
Yes, I
When
did.
you were on your own cutting that? You say cutting?
Yeah, cutting. Yeah. Any more questions?
Will you keep this up in college?
Definitely.
Really?
Yeah, well, not the
Dorm
cutting.
food,
Chapel
all that kind of stuff? You're going to be able to...
Chapel does have it.
I'll try. Yeah, but they have an all-you-can-eat buffet, so that's going to be a little.
Challenging.
Hey Nick, did this kind of influence you? Are you going to be a business major?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did doing this project kind of inspire you to think, how could I apply my love of working out and a healthy lifestyle in the business
Yeah.
world? And
Yeah.
did that kind of
Yeah.
go beyond the scope of this senior project a little bit?
I think as I was doing this project, I kind of realized that like I've got to have multiple hobbies in my life. Like this is definitely like this is gonna be with me for a long time. So I was kind of thinking like if this is gonna be along with me like for like a while, I also need to like start like investing in myself in like other things that help me, not just this. So I think that I'm gonna try to put like more effort into like the other areas of my life that will help me like become a better person in business. So I think that I'm gonna try to apply my same kind of like
Mhm.
passion for other things too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I see that.